Alright, let's get right into it. So, Sub-Zero's Dead of Winter variation, I think this is a very interesting variation. And I've been, taking this variation to the dungeon, and I kind of have an idea what this variation is for. There's a lot of people that prefer the other two variations. One of the big reasons, it has to be because of Slide. Like, Slide is just, first of all, it comes out really fast. People get clipped with it. Not only that, but it has a crushing blow that could just really turn shit around. And just there's just a 50-50 potential with it with the overhead. So there's that. But let's just get right into it. So one of the things that you can do in this variation and you can't do in the others is you can enhance Ice Ball. Meaning you can go into your overhead into Ice Ball. You can't do that in other variations. They can block the ice. Even if this lands, they can block the Ice Ball, whatever. So what this does is make Sub-Zero a fucking force to be reckoned with. So let's break down one of Sub-Zero's most common things that he does. Is this right here. So, some simple things that Sub-Zero can do. 27 unbreakable damage. There's nothing he can do about that. He can't break out of that. Like, there's no potential. 27%. That's not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. Another thing that Sub-Zero can do is do this, do boom, boom, and then you go into your overhead. Here's the thing. When you land these two hits, you have the hit advantage of 16. Even if he's frozen, right? He's frozen. 1, 2. You can go into your overhead. And there's nothing a character can do. So let me actually show you. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna do it regularly so you guys can see. We're gonna put him on off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now we're gonna make. I'm just gonna be mashing down 1. It actually goes as a counter, so that could actually happen. They're just mashing down 1. It's like, oh, I see it. Oh, they're gonna get clipped. So there's that, right? So now that you know when you throw this, you can gel into that, or you can just throw 1 kick and then do that same thing. You have more hit advantage off of the 1 kick. There is a complete mind game to this. So once, boom, you land this, boom, 1, 2, you can walk up and grab. That's one thing. 1, 2, that, 1, 2, and then throw your overhead and just keep it super simple. Another thing, you can do this, boom, 1, 2, and then start this shit all over again. I'm pretty sure you guys seen Sub-Zero players do this. Like, they would freeze you, jump, do this, and then go into their overhead, and then boom, 1, 2, and then they say they'll grab you, and it's just pressure on top of pressure on top of pressure. So there's just so many mind games to Sub-Zero, and what makes this variation really good is that you have a shit ton of options. Lots of options. So let's just slowly break these down. So you land this, right? You do your jump. After you land your jump, this is what you're going to want to do. And then from right here, so after you do your jump, you freeze them, you jump punch. After right here, literally, the world is yours. You can say, fuck you, overhead, enhance it, boom. Same fucking thing. There's that. You can also say, boom, 1, 2, walk up, grab. And not only that, but when you grab them, they're right in front of you again. They try rolling, they get grabbed again. Or you can say, fuck you, crushing blow. There's that. Another thing is that you can do this. Stagger, grab. Fun fact, even on hit or on block, you are minus when it comes to subs overhead. But people are just not ready for it, like straight up. People are ready just to block right after. So there's that. Or you could just get your unbreakable damage. Honestly. So there's just so much potential when it comes to Sub-Zero. Honestly. So much potential. And if you would say, oh, what if they neutral duck this? Like, right? You could just eat, not only that, but you freeze them, right? You jump, 1, 2. You can even throw the low again. Or even throw one low and then grab them. Because you have so much hit advantage. You have so much hit advantage off this low and this right here. Like 16. So there's just so many mind games you can do. I know you can do what is it, like more damaging combos, like what is like this and then go into that. Yeah, that's great and all, but your opponent can break out of that. I honestly believe this variation is all about unbreakable damage, kind of like a Yaz Queen Cassie Cage. Honestly, like it's just all about making your opponent have to fucking guess what you're gonna do once they get frozen, once they get clipped with this, or even this right here. Boom. That is another problem that they have to deal with, that they can get clipped from the overhead. And then boom, walk up grab. Like, is anyone really ready for that? So the pressure of Sub-Zero is really insane. Now, there is a ton of problems that Sub-Zero has, and I don't really want to get into that. But when it comes down to this variation, holy shit. You can trade with some of the best zoners and clip them like that, and then, boom, start playing your mind games. Now they have to respect you. If they try mashing, they're going to get clipped. So, you can get this going from wherever the fuck it is you want. So, for example, you do something like this. Boom, sorry. You do that. Boom, boom. Just like that, from being across the screen. Super cheap. Boom, boom, boom. There's just so much you can do. So, it's just a complete mind game. That on its own is honestly the real 50-50. I know people say Sub-Zero's a 50-50 machine. In this variation, after you get frozen, there's so many possibilities that you can do with Sub-Zero. Honestly. That's what I think this variation is for. Getting this out. Boom, 1, 2, 1, 2 again, grab, and then there's so much you can do. You have an overhead starter that not a lot of people can react to it. 19 frames, really crazy. A low starter with a ton of hit advantage, even on block. Let's put this cocksucker on auto. Even on block, they're scared of getting hit with the third hit. Like they can start 1, 1, and then boom. Grab him or whatever the case may be. So there's just so much you can do with Sub-Zero. He does have flaws. I don't want to get into them, but just know that Dead of Winter, it could be a problem for people that just don't know how to deal with Sub-Zero's mind games. Not only that, but the fact that you can trade with some of the best zoners in the game with this is you can catch them. It's a really good character, so yeah. Yes, you lose slide, it is what it is, but instead you get pretty good damage, so there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hallelujah, holla back. Check you guys later. Deuces.